The struggle is real, y'all. Today's day 7 of no contact with a toxic person, a toxic relationship. Call it whatever personality disorder you want to put on it. There's probably multiple you can make a case for or an argument for. But I've been taking some videos again. I don't know what I'm doing with this channel or not yet, but I just kind of want to document, I guess, some of it. You know, yesterday was a very emotional day. I parted with a ring that I'd been holding on to for 2 years, that I've been trying to give to this girl for over 2 years now, but, you know, 70 plus breakups, and always found a way to pull me back in. So this video's for those going through it, those that know people that are going through it, and those of you who may be causing this stuff. I don't know. But yeah, you know, I mean, I get these moments where I feel strong. I feel like, okay, I'm doing the right thing. I'm no contact. I blocked her. You know, it's been a week now. You know, but then it's like not every moment of every day we go through. But, you know, I was just at the grocery store, and, you know, it's like I'm picking up things for my house that I'd normally be picking up to go on the way over to her house right now. You know, and it's just like those things hit you, and it's just, I get it. You know, it makes you want to break no contact. It makes you want to call them. It makes you want to, you know, give it another go. But like I made in my last video, like when you know that, and we've always known that these people are toxic, these people are bad for us, and it took us, a lot of us, quite a while, and you might be on the start of your journey, you know, for understanding what actually happened and what's going on, because it's like the things going on were just unfathomable to me before. It's like I didn't know someone could treat someone like that, or think like that, or be that delusional, you know, because sometimes, you know, you question, it's like, are they even aware of what they're doing? I think sometimes yes, and I think sometimes no, you know, and yeah, I don't know. It's just, I'm struggling right now. I feel strong. I feel like I get away. I've let it go some items. You know, I made some other videos about that, you know, of hers. Or like I said, I sold a diamond, a very, very nice diamond yesterday that I was going to give to her. I've been trying to give to her for 2 years, but she kept being crazy. And it's like, I'm not hitching myself to that wagon yet, you know, and you always have that hope that they're going to turn out right. Okay, they're acting better, or you break up for a bit and then you go back, and then, okay, it's better for a couple days, a week, 2 weeks, but it really, for me, in my case, never got better than that. You know, I hear people talking about months, and, you know, I think I have quite a unique story. We all do, but, you know, I heard something that most, like, abusive relationships go through, like, 5 to 10, 8 to 10, like, max breakups. But I went through over 70. So one, what's that say about me? But two, like 70 times this or more, this chick did something completely insane, broke up with me, blocked. I can't tell you how many times I've been blocked, and this and that, and get out and come back and all this, and I'm so sorry, and I'll never do anything. Oh, I was horrible. I was a monster. I'll never forgive. I'll never forgive myself. I can't believe I did that. I'll never do that again. And then a week later, you take them back, and then they're begging you and begging you and begging you, and you take them back, and then they do something just like it a week later, 2 weeks later. But anyways, again, I don't even know why I'm making this video. It just, stay away. Stay away, you know. I want to sit here and crawl into a hole, more or less, right now. That's what I've done in the past, you know, laying in bed for weeks, not eating, not working, lost a whole lot of money, lost a whole lot of time. I lost the last 3 years of my life, you know. I haven't gotten better. I've only gotten worse, and I lowered myself to what my new standard became was her standard for what she wanted me to be, for how I needed to be, for her to stay with me or not freak out and break up with me or do whatever. And it's like, that's so beneath how I normally operate. Not that, oh, I'm better. No, it's not that, but it's like that. I didn't grow up with that in my life. I didn't grow up with that abuse and the trauma in my life that she grew up with or had in her life. And like, you know, like we got kind, loving hearts, and we care for these people, but, you know, you got to care for yourself as well. Like, if you're being dragged through the mud and you're being abused, physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. Like I said, I had a therapist that I was seeing that called it emotional terrorism. What this girl is doing is it's literally emotional terrorism. So I don't know, like I said, I'm just trying to maybe make a video every day, just let you know that, hey, I'm struggling. Like I said, I'm a week no contact. I've gone no contact before, went 2 months no contact. She found a absurd way to speak to me again, for a reason, 2 months after no contact. And I went back in, and then I just lost another 5 months of my life because of it. I was, we'll call it last Tuesday, we're laying in bed at her place talking about, hey, if things keep going like this, maybe after the holidays we get married. Like, how you laying on somebody's chest talking about getting married after Christmas, or getting engaged after Christmas, and then the next day it's, oh, maybe we made a mistake coming back together, and maybe we should see other people and go our other ways, and blah, 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 blah. Really it's just bait trying to get me to cower and go to whatever she wants. But it's like, and how you lay on somebody's chest and tell them you want to get married in a couple months, and then the next day talk about dating other people, or this isn't right, we should move on, or it's just like, it's abuse. It's training, and there's a whole lot more story to all that too. But it's like they're trying to train you. They're trying to get you to completely submit, completely do what they want you to do, and to not have any boundaries. When you set any boundaries, they walk right over them. I literally once, she was cussing me out, F you, mother effer, F you, mother, and I literally stood in front of her and I drew an imaginary boundary line with my hand. I said, I will not accept being cussed at. And she steps right over it, F you, mother effer, and hit me in the face. It was actually kind of unintentional because she was flailing her arms around, but she's hit me in the face plenty. And then I got told F you probably 50, 75 times in a 2-minute period. In every way that you can imagine it being said. As I said, this is my boundary, drew a boundary line, and she stepped over it, continuing to cuss me out, hit me in the face, and then continued to cuss me out. And then eventually I cussed back, and I said something back, and it's reactive abuse. Reactive abuse is a real thing, and I hate it. I hate that I did that. I hate that I spoke like that, or some of the things that I've said to her, and this, and some of the things that I've done. But I would really say everything that I've done is what's that, Newton's law or something? Every action has an opposite reaction or something like that. Every action has a reaction. You tell someone to F themselves enough, you put a dog in the corner enough and kick it and hit it and scream at it and do all sorts of stuff. Eventually, the dog's going to bite back or bark back or whatever. Like, I mean, it's what happens. And it's like, I remember in some previous relationships, and I might have touched on this before in some other videos, that like, I had my girlfriend before the one I had now, would refer to herself as this B. She'd be like, this B needs to go to the store. Or, oh man, this B needs to get in the gym, or, the B word. And I was like, can you not refer to yourself as that? Like, I really talk better about yourself. Like, again, I'm not telling you what to do, but like, just, it bothered me to hear even her refer to herself as a B. I've never called a woman the B word. My entire life, I've never, a relationship, a significant other, I've never spoken to a woman like that I love and care for. And like, the things that I've ended up through time saying to this woman, I'm embarrassed, I've repented and I've apologized and I've done, but like, yeah, I've messed up, but like, it's, again, you do so much to somebody and eventually you end up acting out of your character. That's reactive abuse. You get abused so much that you snap, and then it's when you snap, then you become the crazy one. Oh, look what he did, look what he said, and some people, oh, look what she did, or look what she said. Because I know that it's not just guys going through this with female narcissists or toxic people or people with personality disorders. There's a lot of women going through it too, but I think I see so much of the content is geared towards women, like women as being the ones that dealt with the abusive person, the toxic person. But hey, a lot of us guys go through it too and have gone through it. So I think that's why I'm kind of doing what I'm doing right now, just kind of geared. There's a lot of toxic women out there, and there's a lot of really good guys out there with kind, caring, loving hearts. Like, I know I have. I'm not like, I'm a good guy. I'm a loving guy. I'm a loyal guy. I want one woman, I want one wife, I want to have children with her. I don't want side pieces, I don't want to talk to other girls, I don't want to look at other girls, I don't want to Insta whatever, people, what do? They creep on Insta or look, look at a bunch of, half naked women on the, no, that's not me. I want my woman, and she never has to worry about that, and I want to love her and surprise her and spoil her and do all those things. And it's like, I was told for 3 years that, like, I'm not that. That's not who I am at all. And it's like, it's just such a lie. Like, it's like, that's not you. Stop projecting on me. Because, it's funny, it's, you don't surprise me, you don't get me gifts, you don't what. The first day I met her, first off, I felt it was like love at first sight. And same with her, and we both thought we would get married from first meeting each other. But that's that love bombing and whatever. She portrayed herself to be this perfect everything I was always looking for, and she's incredibly beautiful. And so, yeah, I was, call it freaking spellbound. I don't know. Like, I hate to use that terminology or say something like that, but that probably was what it was, and it's like, I met this girl one time, and the next day, we were supposed to have a date the day after, but I stopped by her house, and I left a bag on her porch with a teddy bear and a card and a note, just like, because I really thought that was it, and she did too, and obviously we stuck it out 3 years, but it's like, hey, this is just a taste, this is my heart, this is who I am, this is what you have to look forward to. Like, if you are who you say you are, like, expect this the whole time, for the rest of our lives, kind of a thing. I mean, I didn't say all that, but it's like, this is just a little taste of my heart. Like, teddy bear, note, card in a bag, wrapping paper, or tissue paper, all that. That's my heart. Then I was led to believe, and after that next date, I remember it, and again, a lot of this is going to be story time, and this is also just healing, and just, again, like I said, this day 7 and no contact, but after our, next date, basically, she was asking me about a period in my life, and there's a period, I've been through a lot of things in my life, and I was being a little bit vague. Most people don't pick up on that when I talk to people, but she's like, no, there's something that, I feel like there's something that you're not sharing about, this time period in your life. And I was like, I thought it was it. I was like, you know what? I never tell anybody. This is something, I just don't talk about. I don't share this with people. And I decided to feel vulnerable enough and comfortable enough to share this information with her that she was kind of getting at and asking about. I was like, I don't tell anybody this, but you know what? I think you're the one, and I'm going to tell you this. Again, I didn't say it exactly like that, but it's like, I don't tell anybody this. I'm going to tell you this, and then I tell her what it is. No way, you're effing lying. You're an effing liar. F you. I'm like, what? This is our second date. F you, you're an effing liar. I don't deal with effing liars. Get the F. There's no way that's true. There's no way that could be a true story, or that's a true situation. It's get the F out of here. And I'm looking at her, I'm like, are you serious right now? I don't share this with anybody. And I'm sharing it with you. I feel comfortable enough to share it with you, and you're calling me a liar? Yeah, get the F out of here. And I'm like, you need to be very sure this is what you want to do. Yeah, get the F out of here. And I'm just like, I just walked out of the house and left. And she called me 10 minutes later. I didn't answer. She called me again, I want to say, maybe, didn't answer. And then she started texting me, I'm so sorry, I shouldn't have done that, I shouldn't have said that, I'm so sorry, please come back. And it was kind of just I had to pull my car over and just sit and think for a minute. It's just what the fuck was this? What was that? What are you dealing with right now? And but she kept texting me, and then finally, will you please answer? So, again, I don't remember the exact, but I think I got back on the phone with her, and then, please just come back over, I'm so sorry, I won't do that again, and blah, 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 blah. And foolish me, went back over there, sucked in for 3 more years, and there had been something even before that had happened. I'll share on another video maybe, but it's just but I knew from the beginning, it's I'm being so vulnerable and telling you something that I don't share with anybody, and your response is, I'm a effing liar, get the F out of here, I never want to see you again, kind of a thing. And I just met you. And then, like I said, stuff like that kept on. Get out, come back, get out, come back. And like I said, I was hooked. I was already hooked, and I kept coming back. I knew it was wrong. I heard God. God told me from before that happened, this ain't it, and I didn't listen, and I found myself in 3 years plus of heartache and a whole lot of drama that I don't have in my life. And again, so back to the projecting, and I'll try to wrap this up because I know I've been ranting for a bit, but that's what people do. She's calling me a liar because she's a liar. Like, there were so many things she told me at the beginning and told me these stories, and then, like, I'd bring it up, like, a year and a half, 2 years later, and she's like, what are you talking about? Like, I never said that. I never whatever. And it's like, so I just kind of had this revelation as I shared this story. It's like, especially with that, like, with me telling her something very true that I don't share, and then her calling me a liar for it and throwing me out, she was telling me all sorts of stuff. And honestly, I think some of it was true, because I think she was drinking a whole lot at the beginning and throughout a relationship, and that's been a problem always. But she was like blackout drinking, and she's someone like after like a drink is a different person anyways. But like, she was like a bottle or more of wine a night. And again, I'm not casting judgment. I drank plenty of alcohol myself and whatever, and like I expect, hey, we're hanging out, we're drinking, that's what we're doing. But like, she would tell me these things, and then like I bring certain things up like a year later, 2 years later. I never said that. What are you talking about? I'm like, you literally, I remember where we were sitting in your first apartment, the night it was exactly, and you told me this happened. I never said that. What are you talking about? That's not true. You know, and it's like, she shared something that I believe that probably was true. I'm not going to say what it is, but I think it's like trying to like attract me, entice me even more. Knowing some of my wants and desires and whatever, and then and sharing a story, and then it's just like, oh, okay, but then a couple years later, oh no, that I never said that, whatever. And it's like, she tried to sell the story to me about how honest she was, how loyal she was, I could trust her with anything, she's not this, she's not that, she's this, she's that. And it's like, through the relationship, she was never any of those things. And it's like, I was never once tried to convince her that I was honest or kind or loving or caring. I've probably said I'm honest. I don't lie, but like, you don't have to, when you're a good person, you don't have to convince people. When you're a truth teller, you don't have to convince people. When you're not an abuser, you don't have to convince people. Why? Because actions speak louder than words, and her actions never lined up with their words. But these people's words are smooth as oil, and they know that they've done a lot of study. They study you from the beginning. They find out your vulnerabilities, your fears, your anxieties, your goals, your what's important to you, and then they future fake, and they even mirror you, and then you start seeing in them sometimes what you see in yourself, because at first they're, oh yeah, I am this, I'm completely this way. Oh, you know, for me, I really feel a lot of it was the God aspect. Oh, I'm such a praying woman and read the Bible, and I know so much about it. But like, again, not to get like this and be like this, but you know, it's like you start, okay, let's talk about the Bible, and it's like, what you're like, that's not even in the Bible. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you know, like, oh, and then like arguing, and it's like, you go look, like, okay, pull out Google and see if that's in the, no, not in the Bible. Like, it's like, you know, I don't want to go on that path on this video, but like, again, she spent more than 3 years convincing me that I was an abuser. I was a bully. I was demeaning. I was condescending. I would just try to tear down her character and who she was. Meanwhile, I'm being told these horrific things about myself that are so far from the truth. You're a liar. Get out of here. Oh wait, no, come back. And no, because you know, I caught this girl in hundreds of lies. Some big, some huge, some small, and like, I was like, when have I ever lied to you? Like 3 years into it. You have, like, okay, well, tell me one time I've lied to you. I don't have to do that. I don't have to. You should know. Always, whenever you question them about the thing they're accusing you of, okay, I'm abusive. How am I abusive? I shouldn't have to tell you how you're abusive. Okay, but you're saying I'm abusive, so how am I abusive? I shouldn't have to tell you. If you don't know, I don't know what to tell you. Okay? You're a bully. How am I a bully? Because I shared with you that my feelings were hurt, and I'm really having insecurities right now, and like, and I don't like you cussing me out. I'm a bully for that. I'm a bully because this is just like when you cussed me out last week and threw me out. Oh, you're just a bully, blah, blah, blah. So I'm a bully for, you know, you're cussing me out right now, like I told you I didn't want to accept anymore, and me bringing up that you did this to me last week, now I'm a bully as you're screaming over me with your veins popping out or hitting me, or, you know, it's just, these people are crazy. We know they're crazy, and it's like, I've been through so much, and I hate to admit this. It's embarrassing, especially if I do end up posting this, to have this out there on the internet that, like, yeah, I went through this. I allowed this to happen to myself. But that's what happens with these toxic people. We get hoodwinked. We get hoodwinked and we get sucked in, and it literally is a drug addiction. They entice us with all types of things. They entice us with all types of promises and empty words. No, she loved to say my words were empty. What's one thing that I've said that makes my words empty? I can tell you, anything that I'm telling you, I can tell you exactly how your words are empty and how you're this or how you're that. But, they suck us in, and it's a game. It's a game. And it's a control game. And, I feel sorry for these people. I feel sorry for her, honestly, because, like, I think some of it, she's not even aware of how just lost she is, and I feel she's aware of a lot of it too, but, like, it's got to be miserable, to have to keep doing this and keep doing this and keep doing this to people, and, like, I don't know. I'm a good guy, which I'm sure whoever's watching this, you're a good individual as well, or I hope so, and maybe you're not, I don't know, but all I know is I didn't deserve any of that. Projection is a real thing, and if you don't know what projection, that's when they're really the thing that they're doing, or the thing that they're thinking, or the way that they are, they're accusing you of and acting like you're the one that did it. They cuss you out and call you an a-hole and hit you and throw you out, and then the next time you're talking, they're talking about how you're abusive, or you don't love them, and you weren't here the last 3 days, and that's how horrible, you're not serious about me. Yeah, because you hit me in the face and threw me out and then blocked my phone number. But, like, it's not about that. There's not an apology for that. It's about how now you're flipping it into, I don't care about you, I didn't want to be around you, so I've been gone for 3 days. Like, no, I was gone because you hit me and threw me out, and but now you're saying I wasn't here because I don't love you and I don't care about you. And no, I would say you didn't love me, you didn't care about me, is why you hit me and threw me out, and then 3 days later you're trying to act like I did something and I'm wrong for being gone, from being thrown out by you. Or just, there's so many examples. I've been ranting, I'm going too long, but hey, day 7, I'm struggling. This video, I think it helps talking about it, because, I felt like it's, every time we've broken up and been done, like, I go into a pit, and I don't want to move, and I don't want to get out of my house, and I don't want to get out of bed, and I don't want to eat, and I don't want to do this, and I don't want to do that. But, like, I'm really trying to not do that this time. I've been going to the gym a lot more. Like, I went to the gym like 20-30 times over 3 years. I'm trying to go almost daily again, because that's something that's super important for me, but that got taken away in this relationship, and I'm trying to not lay and feel like I'm in a hole. I'm trying to just move forward, and so I'm just trying to give you some encouragement. You're not the only one going through it. Especially when you go to no contact. If you've gone no contact, or you're no contact now, that tells you everything. This person's not getting better. They're not. I hope they do. It's going to take divine intervention and some real self-reflection and some actual acknowledgement and some work. Because, like I said, I hope she gets healed and gets freed from it. But, like, the likelihood of that happening right now, I got to give up on it. It's kept me. I've lost too much trying to hold on to that hope and that thought and that feeling of, okay, even if she can treat me right for 3 months or 6 months and not kick me out or break up or threaten breaking up or whatever, like, okay, I can deal with that, because, like, before it was every, like, 3 to 7 days, max 2 weeks. It's like, that's no way to live. Like, oh, I hope she doesn't blow up and go insane on me, like, insane. If she can start getting to, like, maybe 3 to 6 months before, every 3 to 6 months maybe that happens, like, no, that ain't right. And then when they don't see the problem in themselves, and they don't think they're doing anything wrong, and it's all you, it's never going to work. And that's what I'm trying to remind myself of. I guess that's part of why I'm doing these videos too, to just, go back and watch them myself. For, like I said, I might end up start posting all these, because I know y'all are out there hurting just like I am, and yeah, anyways, you're better than that. Especially if you come to the realization of no contact, stay no contact. There's a reason why deep down inside you felt the urge and need to go no contact, meaning you block them, they cannot reach out. If they do, they gotta go, they gotta find another way to do it. But they're the normal means of communications. I blocked her phone number, I blocked her social media, I even blocked her email, which is something I normally don't do, because still getting email messages. But it's like I'm really trying to move on. But the struggle is real. Every day I struggle, but every day I feel a little bit stronger too. And it's if your thing is like me, like I couldn't get out of bed and I couldn't leave the house. Hey, even if I'm not, and I want to go to the gym every day and I need to be working and things like that, but like, hey, even if it's getting out of the house and going to the store, go do it. Getting out and going get something to eat at a restaurant, go do it. Like, don't just lay there. Even if it's, getting in your car, going and driving around, going on a walk, whatever. Like, if you're not ready to go do big major things, like do something, do a little bit more than you did yesterday. I'm speaking to myself too, because it's very easy to stay lost and feel like you're in that pit, and God doesn't want that for you. I don't want that for you. So I hope this is encouraging, just to know that you're not the only one that's gone through it. And if I end up giving the whole story of what I went through with this chick, like, oh, that's a chick. I was like, oh, that chick on TV. Don't call women chick at all. And a whole nother story. But anyways, I'm gonna go, y'all. It's been enough time. But I love y'all. God bless y'all. Wait, and then after that whole chick, I'll have to make a video on that story specifically. But yeah, I love y'all. God bless y'all. Peace.